get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Check. 180. Real. Chance. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check 52. Pistol. 90 is a mic.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Mayfield now. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Here we go.
And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Strong right. Out. 5 down.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10.
65. Regular.
Mayfield to throw it. Got an open man. It's Ratley. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
90 is a mic. Here we go. 90 is a mic. Watch the run. Point it right. Switch it. Whip. Kings. Hurry.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Foster. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Robert Foster, 60 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They go play action now. Jackson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Go, go, go. Check 43. Wide, get wide. Go. 53, Mike. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. 53's the Mike. 53, check 53. I'm coming after you.
Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Set, ready. Take the Pittsburgh. Hey, let's get this.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Jackson now to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mack Wilson gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Mike 51. I got it. Hey. 51 to Mike. 51 set up.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Hey,
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey, we got three down. Real.
Mayfield looks to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Marcus Peters came screaming in on the corner blitz. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a third and long now after the sack. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham taking it in. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Taylor. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Drop deep.
Taylor. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense.
Kings.
90 is a mic. You don't want that, baby.
Hurry.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. 90.
One touch.
Here's Mayfield. He completes it to Hunt. And he's taken down inside the 30. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Check it out, read. Slam.
Hey, alert 33. One touch.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Run. Hurry.
I got motion.
One touch.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
I'm here all day.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Seibert's kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 33 yards that time. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
No, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, but it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
90 is a Mike. Watch the backer, watch the backer.
Hurry!
Check 9.
A run for Nick Chubb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
At the 12-yard line.
180! Hey, alert! Cut!
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Seibert on for the PAT.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead.
And this is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Tackle made by Demarius Randall. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Bang, 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 bang. Bang.
Now Taylor.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. 18 Gator, 18 Gator. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. 66, pull it, ha. Check 13, check 13.
On 3rd down. It's Taylor, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 15.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mack Wilson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal.
Run. Jim.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Rush in. Under crunch.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. A give running right is Chubb, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mayfield. Open man here is Foster. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. The first down run with Chubb is going to go nowhere. He's, in fact, going to lose a couple. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right.
At the Ravens' 26-yard line.
Alert.
Hurry!
Coming. 90 is a mic.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield
Let's get off the field.
escaping the pressure right. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Myles Garrett getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Hill. He's got room to run past the 20 as he'll take it all the way up to the 20-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Now it's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there's an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Mack Wilson, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Taylor, and this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. From the gun, it's Jackson. He sets to fire deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 47 yards. And the Ravens are able to make things a bit more respectable. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. And this is going to be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Set, 180.
Hey, watch the right. Watch the right. I got one.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Watch the twins.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Check safety.
61, matchbox lights.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at Week 1, oh good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in Week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Jackson on first down. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it. And this is caught inside the 5. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. Now Jackson operating from the gun toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is third and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it third and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. Again, Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
Well, when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as they'll go for it on fourth and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Let's go, over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Point it right. Check.
Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Chubb on the counter, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A quick throw to Ratley. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
180. Keep it up, guys. Hey, alert 33.
Now Chubb running right, and this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Here's Jamie Gillen now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Elsewhere, they're into the fourth at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. And the Colts have scored again to widen their lead even further. A win would be their second on the young season. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Let's go.
They go play action with Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Here we go. Shoot.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So Cleveland able to come away with the